Hey, everybody. I am coming on to just say hi. I haven't been on in a while. Well, I feel like that's too close. There we go. I haven't been on in quite a while, and I'm getting a lot of questions from people, um, which appreciate the support so much. Asking where I've been, what's going on. It's really, I'll just say right off the bat, it's nothing dramatic. Like, I don't have some really dramatic story. I'm not trying to clickbait you or anything. I, I am just kind of private with my private life, and or like my regular life. And so I really didn't think anyone would like notice that I wasn't. I love Santa cup. Yep, that's what I'm drinking out of. Um, I love Santa cup with 4th of July nails. Okay, so this isn't like a clickbait big dramatic thing because it's just not. Like, I could come up with some dramatic story. It's not. So I've just been incredibly busy with some fortunate and unfortunate chain of events, and I just needed to take some time. So I'll start with like the super awesome thing that's going on in my life, which I'm not going to get into great detail. Uh, Thanks, babe. My husband just gave me a heart. I actually have a new job opportunity, which is a heck of a lot of my time now. Um, that's all there is to it. Like, it's taking up a lot of my time. I love it. It's everything I've worked for in life and then some. I'm pinching myself over actually getting um, this job. And so I'm not going to tell you what it is or whatever because I like to stay a little bit private, but I'm very excited about it. So please be very, very happy for me. So I've been starting that. And as everyone knows, anytime there you start a different position or a different job, there's an adjustment period and it's a lot to take in and all that kind of stuff. And it's a different kind of schedule having to do with like my family and stuff. So I'm having to like figure all of that out. So I've got that going on. And then I last month, um, my son, and he's fine, everybody, but he was in an accident and we had just gotten a brand new vehicle. We had it a week and a half, and I let him use it to go a block away. And the car was totaled. I mean, he was banged up just a smidge. No worries, no big deal. He's okay. But the car was a total loss. So everything's weird with COVID, right? So anything, y'all know, anything you go to do, I don't care what it is, seems like the struggle is real, right? So no difference when you're dealing with insurance company. We are with a reputable company, but it was the biggest pain in the you know what. I think I probably talked to them 5 times a day. I feel like that's accurate. It's so much so they wanted to give me a job there. I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm for real. I was like, no, thank you. Um, yeah, so I had that going on, the new job going on. And then Randy and I had scheduled in April. Most of you know we built a new house for our grass. We did hydro seed, and we did attempt to put some seed down last spring. Very little of that came up. It was we already said it wasn't in our wheelhouse, and yeah, nope, it was not. So we had scheduled hydro seed people to come out in April. The entire team, well, most of them anyways, got COVID, and so they couldn't come. And I wasn't going to fire a company. I just couldn't do it. Get a different company because they had COVID. The guy was really, really sick, the main guy. And I'm not going to do that to a business. So I waited until they were able to come back. Um, and then it seemed like every time we were scheduled, it rained or it thunderstormed for 3 days, and you can't do hydro seed. So, anyways, so that all got put in about a month ago. So Randy and I, see, this is very unexciting. I don't have this like really cool story, you guys, as to why I haven't been on. I just don't. It's so boring. So Randy and I have been doing nothing but watering our lawn. On the days it rains, we kind of take a break, but we do nothing. My dog even sighed. It's such a pain in the butt. So all we do is water, and then we water some more. And we did not put a watering system in. We may later. We have it like half put in, like we did the hookup to the house. But we decided not to. So we've been using like sprinklers and doing it. We have moments of regret on that decision. We may add the water system later, but as most of you know, we are in Michigan. So like a big water system, like when I used to live in Idaho for a little while, and it was necessary to have that there. It's not so much necessary in Michigan to have that. Hi, my everyday wife life. So the verdict's out on that. We have it like half, ready to go if we want to add that later. But we did this really fabulous, huge patio. And then we've just been watering, and then watering. So I really have not had time to make videos. And I started to feel very overwhelmed with everything. And I was like, I can't. I've got to stop. I've got to focus on getting stuff down for this new job that I have. And I needed to get our car stuff figured out, and then all the regular everyday life stuff. And then plus the hydro seed. So that's all. I told you guys from the beginning, it's not not that there's anything wrong with people that share that stuff. And I wasn't even going to say anything and just like start making videos again when I could. It's not going to be as many as I used to do 3 a week. And it's not going to be that. I've kind of come back from that a little bit before this little whatever. But yeah, it's not going to be as many. It's going to turn into more like a hobby than what I do a lot. I don't know what it's going to look like yet, but I am coming on because I have had people sending me messages. A few people did, and I just kind of told them what was going on, but then more people are lately, and I didn't really think anyone would notice. And so then my husband's like, people are worrying, and I don't want anyone to worry like about us, me or my family. We are totally fine. We just have a lot going on. That's all. So, I am going to be taking this entire month off. I can tell you that. And I think I might return in August. And I'm not sure what that's going to look like, what we're going to be doing. So yeah, and I might be making a few changes as well, just because when I started YouTube was right before COVID, you guys, and my channel went in a different direction than what I had originally planned because of that, because we couldn't leave our houses or anything. I think a lot of YouTubers took a break in June, including myself. I think we were all feeling overwhelmed now. And then it was kind of like, I felt like, I know a lot of you are creators too. And I don't know if this is how it is with everybody. My channel is not big by any means, but it's getting bigger to where people are coming to me wanting me to do collabs with them. And I'm saying yes to everything. Well, it was turning into like so many collabs. I couldn't keep up with it as well. And it was wearing me out. And when I do collabs, I make sure I watch everyone's video. I make sure I like it. I make sure I comment on everyone's video. And I sincerely do it. The problem where that lies with that is when you're doing a ton of collabs, there's just not enough time. And it just kind of was everything was just not YouTube in general, but everything was just like getting overwhelming. And I just shut it all down and focused on what brings in money, to be honest with you. Because YouTubers that make 3 videos a week are putting in as much time as a full-time job. I don't know if you guys know that. So make sure you're nice to the videos that you watch. At least give them a thumbs up, because it is seriously a really, really big job, for sure. Collabs are stressful. I'm trying to do less now too. Yeah, and you don't want to let the people down, because we're a little community. Like the people that I'm coming up with here in the YouTube world, we've become friends and we care about each other very much. And we have each other's backs and stuff. And like we help each other all the time. I don't know, behind the scenes, I going into this, I didn't realize how much networking would be involved. And I can remember when I was very first starting out, I was like, how do you get to know these people? How do you do that? And you just eventually, it happens kind of organically. Yeah, like a week. Yeah. Yeah, it got overwhelming. So my everyday life, hi Dee. My everyday life is saying that she's doing less videos a week now too. Yeah, I think, and we should maybe all have a little like meeting of the minds about it, because I think we've created a play, and this might get me unliked by some of the people that put on the collabs, but I think that we have gotten into a place where we're doing so many hops and collaborations. And we don't want to let each other down. I mean, we're appreciative, and our channels are growing from it. I mean, they are, but we're killing ourselves, ladies. That's what's happening. At least me. I don't know. Maybe I'm too old to keep up with some of the younger people. But yeah, so I kind of like stepped away for a minute. So yeah, but it wasn't because of that necessarily. It just was like a lot of things, and it was because of the things I mentioned, because I have the new job, because my son, who is fine, in case you're just coming in, was in a car accident with my brand new car, my brand new Malibu 2021. Week and a half I had it, totaled it, and so I had to, oh, you step back too. See, I'm not just the only one feeling this way. Yeah, like I've totally been, I agree. Like the ladies, and they're feeling the same. They've got families too. Like I can't, and I'm trying to be supportive and watch everybody's stuff. And before I started this, I was a fan of YouTube. I still am. And it's like, it's been almost a year since not that I don't enjoy everyone's videos, because I do, but where I made a choice to watch a video just because I was bored on a Saturday morning. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I don't know what I feel. And I don't know what it's going to look like when I do return, a little more whatever. But yes. So our hydro seed is coming in better. So we won't have to water as much. A ton of videos to keep myself distracted from all the crap from that too. And that is the other thing. Yeah. So someone is saying, babe, my husband just put, I love your husband's videos too. 6-string underdog is Randy. He thinks he's funny. Oh yeah. So that's valid. So we were all off during COVID and not going anywhere or do anything, right? So we were cranking out videos, this group of ladies and I that I'm talking about. And I have 2 groups that I kind of do stuff with. And sometimes some of the people come together, and we cranked out videos. We did. And now that life's going back to normal, it's freaking hard. It is so hard. It is a challenge to watch everyone's videos, Dee. I feel bad too, because there's so many amazing women on here that I admire so much. And, and again, I'm not a big channel, but I'm getting big enough, and I've networked enough to where it's almost impossible to support all of the women that we support each other. And so, I end up feeling guilty a lot. Like I can only watch so many videos a day, Yeah, I know. I'm glad I'm not the only one that was feeling this way. I'm feeling better. But yeah, so I stepped away completely. You can hear my washer and dryer in the background. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, I was feeling super overwhelmed with the new job, with the insurance and the Malibu and the whole thing and trying to find a vehicle. There's a vehicle shortage. So we got to do that fun. We ended up with a Trailblazer, a new one. And it's not necessarily, we had to basically just buy whatever they had. Let's see. I just popped on and saw you live. Yeah, D. See, we're all feeling that. I can't watch YouTube. I cannot either. Yes. I cannot either. See, you guys are making me feel so much better. And I've always been a person that really wants to support other women so badly. And it's like hurting my own feelings that I can't. I'm like only one person and I've got a family and I've got a job and things I got to do. I got to water hydro seed half my life this summer, like that's what I spend all my free time doing. So yeah, okay, great. I feel a lot better. I'm glad I came on. But like I was saying, I was having people asking me where I was, and it was with worry. And I don't want people to worry about me. Don't worry about me. I'm just taking care of myself and my family. I'm adjusting to the new job that I love so much. And I just had to work with the insurance company, get a new vehicle when there's a vehicle shortage. And then we're dealing with the hydro seed, which we've had some really hot days here. So it's got to be watered constantly. Yeah, it was the same. I was supposed to do, I don't know. I was even going to do a video. I was going to do a farmer's market one, and I put out that I was going to do it. I canceled that. I handed it over to Domestic Diva, actually, and she's overseeing it. If anyone wants to still do it, that's who you're going to want to talk to, is Domestic Diva. She took it over because I just couldn't do it. And I walked away from 2 months worth of stuff I had said I was going to do. And I feel really bad, but and hopefully if I return and do want to do a collab, they're not just shut the door in her face. But if so, whatever. I gotta take care of myself. So yeah, but I am noticing that a lot of the ladies are having to cancel because we're just doing so many. I was doing that cookbook collab. I was doing what is the other one? Domestic Diva. Anytime she does one, I was doing one of her collabs for the cooking. I was doing, I can't even remember, you guys. I was doing so many. Yeah. I think I'm to that point. I think people get to that point when they get so big, it's just too hard. And I'm not as big as you guys, and I'm feeling it. You guys are much bigger channels than I am. Well, so that is where I've been. No worries. No big deal. I do plan to still do YouTube. It will be more of a hobby. Because of COVID, I was able to crank out a lot more videos than you're going to see in the future. But I will try to come up, because I know consistency is important so that people know when your videos are coming out. So I do know that much. I don't know what that's going to look like. I don't know if it'll either be I'll be back in August or September. I'm taking some time. That's just the way it's going to be. And thank you. Missed you guys too. And then, like I said, you might see my content change a little bit because of COVID. I started right before COVID, and I've done so many cooking videos because of it, because we couldn't go anywhere or anything, that now YouTube thinks that's my genre. And if I do anything else, I have no views. And part of that, I'm sure, is my subscribers are into the cooking thing and whatever, most of them. But I do believe that YouTube pushes what they want to push out. I believe that with all of my heart. So we'll see. Consistency. What is that? I know. YouTube and their rules. All right, guys. So thank you so much for listening. And if you're watching the playback, thanks for tuning in, you guys. And, thanks for those that are hanging in there with me. If you don't want to hang in there with me, it's okay. It's all good. This is just a hobby. But yeah, I'm taking most of the summer off, if not all of it. So you'll either see me back August and September, and I'll have figured out what I'm going to do with this thing that I've grown here going forward. So Thank you. And thanks, ladies. You two have made me feel so much better. I'm glad I'm not the only one that was feeling that way. And you're two channels that I admire and two ladies that I admire. So, yeah, I really appreciate your support right now. I really, really do. All right, you guys, have a great rest of your summer, and I'll see you soon. Bye.